شو اسمه those who are about the New World Order. See, there is people who talk about the New World Order. There is a lot of talk about New World Order, and I mean, يعني في ناس ينظرون. I'll speak in English mainly because there is a lot of Muslims who are aware of this. Also non-Muslims ينظرون للنيو وورلد اوردر يعني الا تشوف بوش جونيور father George W. Bush in 1991 11 September he mentioned the term New World Order. Now he's not the first. There is those who are considered elite starting from the West to control. They consider, I mean, this is how things is run through history, that there is elites who are controlling planet, the resources, the human resource, the population. They control it, and it's a world of opportunities, chances, things like that, blah blah blah. But I mean, those who are Muslim do not speak Arabic. Also, they are. This video is about what we're dealing with. يعني some of them are atheists. Okay, New World Order. Some of them are calling themselves Christians. And those who give, so many among those who give theories of the New World Order and how to control planet Earth, and let's make it a uni-part, one part controlling the planet Earth. No borders of colors, of race. Of course, it is when you go to the Caucasian elite, not the public, the Western elite. It's a project, and Bush, the father, don't think that he considered himself wicked at 1991, that we're working with the devil, it's a new world order. No. He considered himself representing preciousness and light on planet Earth. He see light, dark, and dark light. This is the word. This is the word of the Antichrist, that at the end will create this Antichrist. Okay, after I have explained about this, I don't need, videos were deleted and some, so and some until there, because he's seduced. He's a Satan slave. You can be an atheist as well, still a Satan, Eve, devil. This is how do you judge it? You judge it looking at the big picture. You judge it by understanding God, and God do not say to you, do this, don't do that, because he just like this. No, because he's above this all. This is wrong because it's bad. It's part of creating darkness. You need to make treatment. And this is good, and this is how you need to deal with yourself. It's not easy, it's hard. I'm giving you the rules. Allah is doing this, the owner, founder, creator of existence. So, but it's a wicked party. Because حتى ذول اللي ينظرون على النظام العالمي, those who give theories about the New World Order, or the World Order. You can call it the world, the controlling the World Order, or the New World Order. They honestly, that the whole world is one government. There is something, there is a statement, there is something in their subconscious, in their mind, that sometimes they say it and sometimes they don't. Either they believe that the world should be under the Messiah. This is the Messiah, this is Jesus. New World Order for Jesus. Now, what do they mean by Jesus, Christian? Yeah. Hinduism, it's a good opportunity to rule and involve ourselves in this after 4 centuries of, we're thankful to the West, colonizing our area and territory, and so that we would impose lies in India. The Mughal came and created the human. Before, the so-called Hindus used to kill each other, massacre each other, and rape each other in a horrible, painful, this is not bullshit way. And the Mughal, though there was some hush leaders among the Mughal, Look at Saudi Arabia. I mean, everyone is talking about it, regardless of me. I mean, everyone can say he's a Muslim and do, but even though the Mughal have created a wonderful, civilized, or humanitarian, or civilian world in India, honestly, but they just don't want to see this. They just want to focus on the يصطادون في الماء العكر الشوائب. They look at the bad details. Okay. Means there is one of I don't want to mention anything, but so let's take Kashmir. Take it from Pakistan. Kashmir have a lot of money in it, resource and things. And how can we legitimize it by this new world order? Is that Muslim are terrorists, do whatever, like Easter Christian. Everyone is, come on, I'm in it. We're in it. We're in the business. We're in the business. Why the West? The West. We'll talk about the crimes of China and India. You understand what I mean by China, CCP, and India. Maudi, Bharat Janata Party, and those who are supportive this Nazism. They do it. Or the so-called Israeli state. Or leave the so-called Israeli state. It's far worse, it's part of the West. They're trying to avoid this. Now they are searching for people who have Sihna, Middle Eastern. And there was a conflict between a Jew from, considering himself from Middle East, screaming at a European Jew, saying, now you want us to represent, before you used to say that you are the ruler of the Holy Land because you are the one who are behind the Zionist movement and you are behind the so-called Israeli state. The so-called Israeli state. And now because of another accusation, but even though you're not Israelite, you Mercedian gypsies, you're Indian, Iranis, settled in Iraq, doesn't mean that you need to be an absolute white so that you would be called Goyim, Gentile, non-Israeli Jew, or a black. No, you're all Goys. That's it. Done deal. And if you're Israelis, let's say, that's a further bigger crime and you have no idea. Russia, let's continue. Russia, all crimes. These nations are criminal. But when you go to the West is the manifesto. Is it? The West is behind this project. In relation to Rome, Rome, Russia, let's not talk about where is the school of Rome. Or where is, regardless, but look at America, it's copy-paste in certain aspect. Even when we وجد ظلته في Rome, this is hadith. Do you find it or not? Al-Qaeda, Palestinians saying no to establishing what you call Jewish state, colonizing power coming and dealing with a horrible revolution and assassination to their soldiers. Those Goyim Jews who came from Europe committed crime against the British soldiers who brought them from the first place. Iran, Iraq, 60s, 70s, things to do with women's rights, things like that. The collapse that took place in Afghanistan, targeting the American embassies here and there by, for example, terrorist groups saying, you support the so-called Israeli state. The history, crusade history, Roman, occupying Holy Land and then kicked out by the natives and the people of the Middle East, Jihad al-Dafa after Muhammad peace be upon him, and liberating the Holy Land, and then crusade, Harub al-Istirdad, bringing back history in Andalusia, regardless of what you should consider a wonderful civilized science age and era in comparison to what used to happen in Europe. The devil is there. There is stocks of power, and he do not want these stocks of power, أسهم القوة في الوجود البشري, to be in the right path. So he twists things and do seduction here and bring wickedness to the world, and he will have slaves definitely. And شو يعني لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. With this, the reputation of Islam representing the following statement in their mind, that the enemy of such world order, even when you go to Russia, Chechen, Yugoslavia, others, okay, conflicts, there is conflict, bombs and problems. The problem is Islam. Islam is an issue in this world. Okay, all those, either they like it, listen to me, or not. They are in hellfire. Because God is not dealing with children. No. We deal with the word adult. No, this is it. Now, if you believe in God, you're an atheist. Let you be an atheist with conscience. So they dealt with such reactions. I mean, look at Iraq. There's, for example, American soldier, I remember saying, these people are killing us, we came here to liberate them. Regardless, it's a dictatorship or not. Are you aware of the situation of Middle East and what's called Iraq? No, you're not. Or maybe you are. You're trying what? Word order. Control the people for illegal goals. Establishing the Jewish state. I have no time to explain. Hindus, this is Hindu. What a little monkey face Rama. But a little monkey face Rama. This Ram, listen, you're cursed by Ram. You're cursed by good Ram. You are cursed. It's, imagine if you are a grandfather and you believe in certain things and you believe that this is wrong and this is right. And all of a sudden, your grandchild is calling and screaming by your name and doing the most unacceptable thing to you. And you are a man of wisdom and glory and power. Not a god. Not a god. A good man with wisdom. A chosen. A messenger. Not God. Not God. They don't know you. They don't know you. What would you do? You would curse them. Cursed you are. You do it. Try it. It would happen with me. If I have people who relate themselves to me and do all these horrible things, I would hate him. Don't mention my name. I'm talking about generation. What about thousands of years? This is my face, a monkey. And he's looking in this new, regardless, they believe that there is higher intelligence. And he's looking at the devil, how he's seducing, and the devil is looking and saying, this is you. I'm dead serious, bismillah. I'm live serious, both dead life, bismillah. I don't need to talk about heaven and paradise, but let's continue focusing on this. So, by the devil, you're an atheist, by those who have wicked agenda in Middle East, illegal. Like France want Algeria to be part of it. At the beginning they said because of the Al-Qarasana. Lies, not true. Look at Napoleon Bonaparte. And look even before Napoleon, look at the civil wars. Look at the crime and massacre. Look at the war between England and France. Killing queens, burning queens. They burned your leaders. Still, she was considered, they gave her a majestic thing. Let's not go and focus on the history, because تاريخ القراصنة في فرنسا الجزائر هذا بيلعبون فيه twisted. Look at slavery in Portugal and Spain. I mean, just... I remember myself, I have nothing against him, he's a polite man. Before 15 years. In more, 15 years something. And I said, you're supporting this team in Spain. It's fine, you're supporting this team in Spain and you're saying good players or Portugal. But supporting Spanish and whatever and I told them some things to do with القراصنة وكذبوا عن قراصنة الجزائر. I don't know how to say it in English. Those who الأكاذيب والslavery. He didn't like what I'm saying. Now, Ismaili, this is another matter. Look what's happening now. I'm coming. This is all about Saudi Arabia, by the way. This video is about Saudi Arabia, believe it or not. So this world order, okay, colonizing the area, Sykes-Picot, in Arabic we call it Sykes-Picot, cutting the place. Abdul Aziz Ibn Saud, this Wahhabist, so-called Wahhabist school, this explained that the devil, literally, himself, Satan, I'm talking about Satan himself, Satan, he is above pain, not above, that's the, he crossed the limit of pain. I don't know, if you're Satan, you wouldn't handle it, if you know, but he's adjusted through the divine era, through the time. He's a divine creature. Now, if you're an atheist, fine. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. So he himself have achieved in this previous decades what he didn't achieve and since Muhammad, peace be upon him. Muhammad, peace be upon him, have said, there will come after me. So there was some certain centuries before. They will come after me. There was the other hadith. They will come after me. And I am the sign of end times. A century of the devil. A certain century. 100 years for the devil. Okay? That the devil will achieve in it what he didn't achieve in a long period. Certain century. You can say before Noah was a satanic century. Yes, you can. Because Noah was dealing with a lot of people, and these people are just not showing any respect. Imagine if you were living in the middle of Australia, and Noah, for example, and this was different continents, and he's saying, in the center of it, like center of America or the center of Russia, he's saying there will be a flood. People are laughing at him, and he's saying that there is God, and they say, who's God? Rubbish. They're living alone. He's saying he's sending messengers to where are your rangers? You understand? He's just telling you. And he's building a big, huge ark. Huge ark. We're not talking about rubbish like the movies. We're talking about a very developed ark. With, germs, bacteria. Okay, just because people imagine things, but there is things there. But there is some hadith that explain this. It's not a small ship, and he's there and there is an elephant. No, this is rubbish. Because humanity starts again after Noah. So we used to deal with a technology. They find it Atlantis. Okay, it's not enough evidence. But humanity have reached some sort of knowledge and technology that you can't imagine. And after Noah, there was some of it remaining that helped in creating pyramids and other places and قبور في الجبال and crazy stuff. And with time, it was vanished. You understand me? Because the technology all of a sudden went down, and then those who teach cannot teach. I don't know how to explain it. And this will happen again. I don't know when. I shouldn't laugh because it's horrible, really. But it will happen again. Yeah. Because and there will be but there will be no laboratories that the future there will be laboratories and there will be some sort of no one knows. Centuries left, but it will happen. But at the time of Noah, he built a huge ark. It's not found anywhere. You might find some, I don't know. But we're dealing about people who left. We're dealing with something huge like a submarine with if not thousands, hundreds of rooms. And with technology that he was a rich man, a well-known man internationally. Noah was very famous worldwide, and the population was not like they imagined, rubbish in the Torah. The population of the human and planet Earth was far more than the population now. Far more. And he was a well-known crazy person. Well-known crazy. And his mother is his wife is considered from, if not royalty, something above bloodline. You are just bringing shame to us, to my family, and to me, and I shouldn't be married to you. I shouldn't, but his sons was with him, and the wife of his sons. And rejected him. Stupid. And then all of a sudden the flood came in a very crazy way. And inside there was a zoo, basically. Noah Ark. It was a big, huge zoo. A lot of food, and then asmida and food for animals that will stay for years. And with time, the ark is no longer after the flood, years. He cannot operate anything, lost, except few things that he can operate. And humanity start again. Now, when I say Satan century, the devil have reached what he didn't reach since a very long time. So, some Muslim scholar would say, no, it's not. Not yet. I say it is what it is. Because, so the oil should be a light to humanity. The Holy Land shouldn't deal with this. They also call themselves Christian, anti-Christian. I'm sorry, please. With respect to good ones. They also call themselves Shiite. And those who become powerful, they didn't create the greatness of the West, for example, or America. Look at America before. I mean, the devil is there, but even if you're an atheist, how to ruin the only path to God, which is Islam. Either you like it or not. Muhammad. Yes. So, this is Satan's century. There is a lot of slaves, army of Satan's slaves. Yeah. Willing to work it the way the devil want. Establishing the so-called Israeli state. This is Jewish land, India, Muslims from Mecca, Medina. Why Muhammad, Bilbal, no fall, rubbish like that. Those is, I have no time to explain. And so, did you get this point? Now because there is a gentleman, his name is, I'm uploading the video after seeing some of his wonderful videos. His name is CJ Werleman, is it? CJ Werleman, he's from Australia. And he's a decent man, and he have a wonderful way of explaining things. And he can see things, and I am worried for him. I mean, he should watch it, because people would like. He's connecting what's happening, and he's good. He's smart. So what I am explaining through years, and saying that, and it's obvious, and so many people know it, but I didn't see people saying it the way he said it. He said the so-called Israeli state. He didn't say the so-called Israeli state. The Jewish occupying Holy Land, and India working together, Nazism. So he's saying it. So many people know this, but they are, and he's saying in a very polite, decent way. And I wish him the best of luck, regardless of his background of faith or religion or his religion. Not because he's trying to defend the Muslim communities. No. The way he's explaining it is I'm amazed. Honestly, some statements that he said, no one else say it. There is good people who know the way he is connecting things. Good job. Honestly, good job. That's it. So he mentioned something about Saudi Arabia. And this video is about this point. He said, with great respect, that, like so many Muslims, that Wahhabism is an establishment to destroy Islam. I disagree with this. Okay? What do we mean by Wahhabist? I mean, I have the following opinion, which is explaining the history. At the time of Ibn Sayyid, this is Satan's century dilemma, and Muhammad peace be upon him explained that Satan's century will be emerging in Najd. Could you believe this? That's why I insist that this is Satan's century. Najd is the territory of Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. So could you please imagine Muhammad peace be upon him? Now honestly, I don't know how your mind is going to deal with this. Muhammad peace be upon him is saying to these companions, there will be Satan's century at the end times, after me a while, before the Antichrist. He's saying that so many hadith explain it. And I am a sign of end times. And this century of the devil shall emerge in Najd. There is another Najd in Iraq, but doesn't change anything. Look what the so-called Shiite are doing. I don't need to explain. شروقي حقف شروقي كتيف شروقي خسائي كويت شروقي بعراني شروقي ترمج تخانث مال اللي يتكلم يزرق الشباك الحين يبلغون ايش هذا الكلام يتكلمون وذاك اللي يقول وقفنا الباص وهو اللي كان في ضباب كثير ومشاه وش قاعدين تعملون مباحث وراي وتحسب انه ما يوصل مسكين عبد فقير الى الله انا فقير الى الله لا اكثر ولا اقل. There is also hadith about the fitan. There is hadith about someone, they attack him and then he returned back. And what helped, like, I was, thank God I didn't forget. Even at the beginning of when I uploaded, I want to mention this so that I wouldn't forget it. Executing Saddam and invading Iraq created an environment to empower this dark world order and to take the stocks of the power to humanity to work against humanity. And this need time only. Need time. And the bad ones to achieve the goals that the devil legitimize in their mind as agenda, satanic agenda, is invading Iraq. نقطة تحول. And everyone took advantage. China took advantage. India took advantage. Russia took advantage. Look at Chechen and how Chechens, and this, they even accept this Godorov, that now the whole world is against you after 11 September, the inside job, and after invading Iraq, and this terror of in Iraq and outside Iraq, and people angry with what's happening from the Muslim Sunni, you are Sufis, all complicated. The Saddam Hussein is more secular than secular themselves. He's a Muslim at the end. Secular. Crimes. Understand me? He's more secular than those who call themselves secular Israelis. Okay? Those who are supported by the intruding European people in what's called Spain now, Andalusia, like the Prime Minister of Spain, who said we should support Israel because it's a Western in your place. Those who entered Andalusia, they are from Europe, Catholic, go. The people of Andalusia, the native of Spain, the natives, not the Jews who came from Europe and settled. Come on, Bahraini Jews, Iraqi Jews. They came and they settled again in the name of Islam. Okay? Talking about the Muslims, native Andalusian. You can find them. Where? In Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. They ran away. Because if they stayed there, they will be forced to worship the Antichrist, Jebus, the peg of earth, who the Messiah will kill. And he shall melt. Anyway, let's continue the point. Either someone is watching or not. If I give a fuck. It's prayers. Time goes on so fast. or slowly. I mean, this George Floyd, the new George Floyd case in America. I mean, I consider it a crime, killing a person. They killed him, the police. Do they need to use the electricity? So what? You want his heart to stop? And sir, it's obvious that he have mental issues. It's obvious that he's not violent. Why do you use the electricity? And why you want to cuff him at the back? Cuff him in the beginning. He's not violent. He's serving you. He have no weapon. It seems that he have mental issues. Why you use the electricity? This is a crime, ya akhi. What is this? Secondly, put it in the front. It's obvious that he have mental issues and he's polite. If he's not polite, do it. If he's not polite, try to do the needed. I mean, if he's very violent, if he have a weapon, okay. But the man, some of them are drug addict. Not addict, on mental pills. Some they will panic. Some of them would think, I'm going in jail and they're not going to give me what they want to give. And he's not violent. No, don't put me in jail. I need to have my things. I need to have my medicine. Or drugs or whatever. I'm not sure. It's obvious. Some of them, if I go to jail, I won't use my thing. I'm sorry for them. So he panicked, don't want to go to the jail. At the jail, they won't give him what he wants. They will give him some sort of medicine. So panicking, his heart, his pressure, you killed him. You're dealing with one person and there's a group of police officers. Depend on the area. His handcuff here. Take him. Easy, bro. Easy. There is something happening. You need to make something in jails as well. Yeah. I'm sorry for him. He's a victim. I didn't like what I saw. Like George Floyd. I remembered the case of George. And he's absolutely the bouncer. He was bouncing. I'm sorry for him. Sorry for him. Who said that the world is as we look at it? Who said that this world is not dangerous? Not talk about him, not scary. No. Just need to adjust to it. That's it. I'm just no. So, Abdulaziz ibn Saud, there's a lot of things that happened. There's no Saudi culture, it's the Ismaili people culture or the Beit people culture. Abdulaziz, to rule, I mean, to legitimize, if I want to ruin Christianity. No, it doesn't work. It's ruined already. So-called Christianity is Islam, Messiah is Islam. But نتبع الرسل, to follow the messengers. وخطوات الشيطان, do not follow the steps of the devil. This is Quran. So if those who have sick psychological problem, we don't kill him this way. It's unacceptable. He's a victim. It's not violent. He's nice. Horrible. Cry. Anyway, like that bouncer. I breathe. I can't. Oh my goodness. Even if there is a criminal record of some sort, they are calm. Electricity. Very peaceful person. At the time of Abdulaziz, So if you want to destroy capitalism, you need to work within capitalism. I don't need to give examples. I have given before. If you want, there is some sort of a party that have standards of what they call communism, and you just want to destroy their communism. You work through within them, or you work in the name of communism. This is how you work. So basically you are taking some accurate things at certain times, manipulating things, not sufficient, not perfect, like happened in Saudi Arabia. Abdulaziz is representing Islam. Nothing to do with the identity of the people. And this is against the teaching Islam, knowing that Muslim not under one khilafah. World order. See, the world order is not an Islamic khilafah. Doesn't want it this way. The world order must be an infidel, disbelieving or not authentic or corrupted belief in God. This is how the devil wanted. Okay? Literally, who they worship. The wild beast, the God of those who call themselves Jews. If you are anti-Zionist Jews, I apologize if I offend you. I don't mean you. Those who call themselves Jews, occupying a holy land, Zionist, worshipping the Satan and expecting an Antichrist. Those who call themselves Christians, Crusaders with their cross, Roman cross, and pagan, whatever rubbish, they can say whatever they want about Kaaba. Whatever they want. This is no time here to add any. Okay. Who worship the Antichrist, and an Antichrist, worship an Antichrist. We don't need to talk about the so-called Hindus and the so-called Buddhists. Please spare me, okay? Or even those who call themselves Shiite, because it's complicated. You get the point. So let's go and focus on this in the following. Ibn Saud must represent an Islamic, authentic, or Islamic representation to his government. Now it's not one khilafah, Islamic khilafah. As I said, it's territories. And when we go and talk about territories, especially if we talk about Mecca and Medina, territory concerning the cantonat, the cantonnions, and one of these cantonnions is the big Kutla, the big, huge Saudi Arabia container in the Ishmaelillah. You must represent yourself with identities, not only by the cloth. Shmal. You must say something about the people, the population, the natives, the history. Nothing is mentioned. And things which is mentioned are manipulated to be suitable for them. The agents, the occupations, starting with the South House, and the interest of those who helped Ibn Saud directly or indirectly. I'm not going to question any intention to Abdulaziz right now. These people were criticizing the school of Turks who start to become, unfortunately, with respect to the Muslims in Turkey, at that time, before Ataturk, the leader of Turkey, become a corrupted Islamic school. Not now. Now there is some sort of fixing to it, and we should show respect to Erdogan. That's why the world order is against him. See? That's why the world order will try to destroy his reputation. And if he wants to gain any sort of good reputation, he needs to invest in the problems happening like Ukraine and try to, or give tanazulat, give something on the account of his principle. Otherwise, he will face a lot of problems. And I don't need to talk a lot of it. But the man is on the good side, regardless of anything. Criticizing the so-called Israeli state for the right reasons. He was against Bashar, and Bashar was protected by Obama and the so-called Israeli state in Iran. There's conflict between him. The Kurds are criminals while dealing with Erdogan. They are absolute criminals. Unlike the Kurds in Iran, Kurds who are against the president of Turkey, Erdogan, they are absolute criminals. They don't want to see this. It's a development in Turkey comparing to the army which used to rule Turkey, used to rape people. Secular atheist army. But in Iran, you could feel sorry for the Kurds. You would feel sorry for the Kurds, for the persecution that they are dealing with. Okay? Even Kurds in Iraq, they are persecuted by the Iranis. I'm not going to talk about Saddam Hussein and rubbish and lies about him, and how he dealt with this accusation concerning the chemical weapon to protect his reputation as an independent and controlling to the areas and the borders of what's called Iraq, from the FAO until the border in Iraq. So the Muslim scholar find it an opportunity to do the right thing, to demolish the so-called Sufis' shirk worship, intruding shirk, because they're corrupted. What we can't call it Islamic. Okay, Islamic school in Turkey used to bring a lot of shirk in Mecca and Medina. A lot of shirk. Shirk means worshipping things rather than Allah. So they start to worship cemeteries. Yes. They come close to do some sort of prayers and practices to seduce the blessings from God. In the rooms of the wives of Muhammad, in the houses of the caliphates or companion. The normal, real Muslim wouldn't like this, so there was some sort of reaction. Like what happened with Taliban when they destroyed the Buddhist temple, or the Iraqis. In Iraq, the statues in Iraq. It always was there, but there is some sort of you're provoking the people. You want it to be like, with due my respect, the UNESCO places. UNESCO is ruled by what? An Islamic Khilafah? No, it's the world order. See, there is good at the end, there is human right, but it's not working for the sake of Islam. There is powers, there is equality, there is democracy, but Islam is a criminal. Well, there is a reaction, and you're the one who's creating the reaction. It's not Islam itself. You're the one who's attacking. You're the one who's establishing illegal states. You're the one who's invading Iraq after Iraq. Saddam is a good result of colonizing the area in a horrible way. Unlike what happened in Syria, minority ruling the majority. Horrible. Saddam is an authentic group and he's a native, unlike the president of Syria. He's not native there. I don't need to talk about this. Egypt, look what's happening right now. Second century, obviously. Yes. Those who are on the side of the devil are not trying to resist against the Antichrist, they will be in hellfire. Easy, simple. Don't need more explanation. So, the people, the natives there, they looked at him. Under Abdulaziz, they made him the leader. Imam, Islam, religion, and he's supported by the colonizing area. The man is religion. The scholar represented Islam. They start not talking about the Ishmaelian. But there is something, they whipped the shirk in bid'ah places. They whipped it. This is shirk, take it down. This is shirk, take it down. This is shirk. So you cannot say that they're wrong at the time of Abdulaziz and after. No. Remember that those who are in this corrupted Islamic, they accepted building a church in Jeddah. And I have visited this church. And I was wondering, of course, stayed homeless that night in Jeddah. Because I have no money, I swear. You stopped because the money is needed there. Wallahi, homeless, near the Corniche in Jeddah. I went there and I saw the church. There's a security man, I remember. A very polite person, a black, but he was... I said nothing. I was just walking my way. We didn't argue. Yeah. And another gentleman as well, I think he's Yemeni, I don't know. They noticed me. I entered this church. They didn't show any respect, honestly. It's a church that is saw the... Yeah. I mean, there is... Because the school they neglected it. It was not even destroyed. I'm not going to tell you where is it. Little bit far from the coronation. It is a church. Used who was praying there? Those who brought the slaves to us before century and 2 century, and the century to 2 century. Those who brought the slaves made this church there. Coming. There was no Sinai. Egypt, Jeddah, some sort, Sultanate Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait. Bring slaves there. Bring slaves there. There is churches where the so-called Christian worship Jesus. Huh? Bring the slaves there. Yeah. Jesus waited for heaven. Yeah. Jesus was heaven. So you can't say that that Ibn Saud or Saudi Arabia or what we call Wahhabistan against Islam. No, you can't. You can't. You can say that the agents, Gulf States agents, Al Saud, are using religion, using what you call Wahhabist. What do you mean Wahhabist? I don't want to mention this term. Let's call it Ismailist. And from now on, I'm the developer, not Hadith Ahad, not the way he's developing shit. No, I represent the new of Islam concerning the development that took place worldwide and what's good to our nation as Ismailian. As Ismailian. You get the point? Not them. Rubbish. This is not Islam. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not good, am I? I'm not good, huh? I'm not good, yeah. So the Ismailian were ruled by this who represented Islam. So he needed, look at Juhayman. I don't need to mention a lot and explain a lot. Juhayman, those who are aware of Juhayman, how do you deal with the Ismailian nation? Use the religion again. The problem, is it the religion? No. Is it what Muhammad al-Wahhab? What they call the second scholar, leave Muhammad al-Wahhab, the scholar called prayings and some. No, it's how they used to preach and how the Saudi government did. They should say, we rely on Muhammad al-Wahhab book. And we're Ismailian. No, they didn't. That's why most of those scholars are not Ismailians. Go. Look at Madkhali, Madakhli. Look at these people. They are not Ismaili. I'm not saying Guru. They are from us originally, not from Arabs. So it is, and Saudi Arabia said, there is no difference between. Oh no, don't mention anything about the tribes. So you can say that Saudi Arabia is using even religion against the culture and to destroy it. And after Islam and scholars did a massive work to eliminate the power of tribes, saying that it's haram, it's forbidden, it's haram, forbidden. People are not smart like me. They're not smart like me. Unfortunately. The majority are not smart. Yeah. The majority there are not smart. Men and women. There is few smart, but I'm smart. Am I smart? Or is the resources? Maybe both. Yeah. So the Ismailian culture is ruined. Once it's ruined, Saturn century. Once it's ruined, now Mohammed bin Salman time, the Saudi regime with the world order. Tony Blair visiting Maudi, so-called Israeli state Netanyahu, hush with Iran. It's not authentic Islam. Ali Khomeini want to spread and to deport the revolution. Please, deportation, no. Adult at risk. Danger. To deport the Islamic so-called Shiite way. Because Muslims are no longer, Saddam Hussein is secular. Saturn century. Now the so-called Shiite ruined. Islam is behind terrorists. Saddam's army is terrorists to harvest. Syria terrorists to harvest. Terrorists to harvest. Daesh. Bombs there, terrorists, Wahhabist. All, yeah. Everyone terrorist. Sena terrorist. Yeah. Al-Qaeda terrorist, Wahhabist. Daesh terrorist, terrorist. So now, Saud, we need to develop ourselves. Scholars, your time is finished. Come to jail. Come to jail. Come to jail. Who's doing this? Not Mohammed bin Salman. He's a puppet. He can possess, not you. Saddam. The lizard, the a big, huge lizard. No, that's killing you, yeah. Human are my, they choose to worship my taghuts. God, you see, they're sick and stupid. They deserve hellfire. You sent message, الدجال قامة الحجة أسسها موجودة. The ground of it's there. Look at the women number. Hellfire. Men, hellfire. Come on. Glory is easy. The path is easy. But human choose. You prefer this creature on me? Huh? Huh? In a very different way. Hey. Am I provoking you when I upload videos that is adorable? Or, sorry, I'm representing an adorable attitude. You hate me. You just don't want to see an adorable person entirely. You want a horrible person. Delete my video. Is it? Trying to be nice so that the video would be saved. Truth must be saved. Nothing. I'm just doing something like this. أي واحد يعاديني يحط فمه زك. كل زك. بو. كل أفا. So, Mr. With all respect, CJ Werleman, this point that Wahhabist, yeah, keep Wahhabist away from it. Okay, that Muhammad al-Wahhab is a human being, but you need to understand his time. And when you understand his time, if you're looking to him as a horrible person, then you will see a good person. This needs a lot of explanation. Now, who should make a treatment to what's called Wahhabist? And why there is some sort of reactions that you want to accuse what's called Wahhabist to be behind it. That's another story. And how Saudi Arabia right now is working with the world order in certain century agents. Abdulaziz is their grandfather, or the big boss in the family branch. Remember me model. Another sister slave, Jaria. I'm angry now, but easy. Another brother without a penis. Me homeless there 4 years, and here 3 years and a half. My mother seduced to be arrested in this committee. Just to bring humiliation to me. Understand me? Destroying my chance of promotion and bringing all sorts of lies to say this is the reason. I'm trying to do a treatment as well myself. What is Saudi Arabia? What is Gulf States? Al-Kuntanat al-Khalijiyya? What is Sheikhs? Who are the Ismailian? I'm doing this. And I didn't start it here in England. No. It's more than 15 years of hard work. Is it? No. Not hard, cautious. Be careful. Exactly. So, with due my respect to you, yes, Saudi Arabia, there is other people, not you, Mr. CJ Werleman, who say Wahhabis is all about anti. No, Saudi House, War, Gulf State, New World Order, how terrible and horrible, especially after killing Saddam Hussein, how the reality of this family, Saudi House. To be part of this project, we are in it. Mohammed bin Salman is going to do it. We're Christian. We know that he's doing a great job. Mohammed bin Salman is no longer Muslim. He prayed with us. Jesus. He accepted Jesus. Yeah. Shh. Bring me information. Yehudi as well, Judah. Oh, boy, papina, na toria, na tera, na fena, na hola. che nel stile Tonomora. Abu Dhabi. The only one I can give him some sort of excuse is the one in Bahrain. To be honest with you, no one have the right to question what he's doing because the Eastern Sharia are messing around with some people, so group power support them in the external world, starting from New World Order, World Order, World Order. We don't know when. Don't come to me. Ain't gonna help with anything. Don't offer anything to me. Let's hope no one see what was there. No, you're the crazy one. Masonic, no. It's group, it's project. Project how did we are with them? Well, Islam is turnaround. Islam is not giving chances. What about jizya? Them? What about the history of Islam? What about what you used to do to each other? What about the intolerance in Europe before? What about the Jews running away to Muslims? What about Jews running away to Muslims and now I'm a Moroccan Jew? You're a fucking Ruby motherfucker, piece of shit, son of a bitch. Coming to the Holy Land and calling yourself a Jew, you piece of shit. You ancestor ran away from the Arabian and settled in Andalusia. And then you escaped and settled in Morocco. You should be thankful to us, you motherfucking piece of shit, son of a bitch, asshole, bum. You freaks. You know what? And you're part of the Nazis. I don't need to talk about the history of Adolf Hitler. You don't want me to say anything more, do you? I didn't even start yet. And I'm a green of black nigga who died a long time ago. And I'm alive again. And we talk to this gentleman and he's saying to you what we want to say. Not to mention that I hate more approaching the other sort of creature telling him what to say, and we take them from time to time. So it's a matter of Koreans. You might really think, no, I'm not Mr. Tariq. I'm not Master Tariq. Sorry. You do the big mistake from time to time positioning me, Master. Oh, yeah. Mr. C.J. Werleman, you're a respectable man. You 99% of what you say always perfect things. I agree. But the video you talked about Saudi Arabia, Mr. C.J. Werleman, you have mentioned some things that we need to point 5% something. You understand me? How Sufis corrupted school, not the real Sufis. Things happen in Hijaz and these Muslims who people call Wahhabists have attacked and then they have the right. So at the end, those scholars with Abdulaziz are in paradise. They did a good deed to protect people from shirk, especially in Arabian Peninsula. Get the point, Mr. G. Werleman? No, I'm not talking about me. You, those who would approach me. No, there is. No, that's in government. There is people. They want. No, don't come to me, please. You don't know what to I'm alone here. Am I talking to anyone? Absolutely not. Please tell them. Oh my. Please, Tariq. Could you say something about me? No. They are not here. No. They are there. And I am. Do you want to have a taste of me? Let's continue. Taste of my arm? Taste? No. Nothing. Seriously. Hey. Please. Oh. I'm a good man. Please. So I'm just explaining to you. I mean, it's complicated. It's complicated. Now this motherfucker is a crown prince. This motherfucker. Crown prince of what? Ruining culture, their tradition of the people. Lies. What's Saudi Arabia? Could you please tell me what's Saudi Arabia? Exactly. Refusal. You should accept more. All bring it to yourself, that's all. I don't know, I want to see something, but... So, and the whole world is happy. The so-called Shiites are happy. They are acting. Another story. Tatbi'a, normalization. Oh, look at Saudi Arabia, I was destroying Islam. Hindus, good job, yes, now we... Muhammad bin Salman, Kashmir is brasa. Muslim terrorist, East Turkestan, we're the fairten. What's this? What's this? Begin. What's this? What's this? What's the East Turkestan is a terrorist. What is the bond with America? Hey! East Turkestan? What's that? Taiwan, no. Taiwan only in America. East Turkestan? Oh, this one, ah. Oh, this one, Gaida. Oh, this one, Iraq war. India very happy as well. The conflict between China and India, but they all bought together against Islam. China tried to hide it. Why are happy with the Jews? Jews will return back to our homeland. Go back, Goy. Goy. Hey, wake up, Goy. Homeland. Diamond. Sinai. Diamond. Holy land. Everyone is happy. Certain century. Mohammed bin Salman. Who's Saudi Arabia? Who's Saudi House? I don't say Bedouin. Bedouin tribal. Wahhabist. Leave the word Wahhabist. I'm not... So, I hope people are like Mr. C.J. Werleman. But they're not. I'm mentioning him in mere respect, yeah. So now, ruined Islam. Such a century. Ruined it. Is there any resistance by the nation, the native Arab Ismail? No. The basics is destroyed. Except the real man. Me. I want it from God. I want it from God. I want, please God. I want it from you. Amen, Ya Allah. I want it from you. Destruction. Punishment. Let's consider this video a comedy video. But at the end, prayer is surely 100% truthful, unjust. So if I'm not here, I'm sending a message to people to look at. So I'm not sending a message to Mrs. C.J. Werleman. It's how we explain about Wahhabist. How Abdulaziz want to legitimize his work, and then Jayman. He tried. There was some sort of. They tried, but they couldn't before. And then Jayman came. And after Jayman, they used religion again. Nothing to do with the nation, Ismailian nation. Okay? So the video here is to explain that the world order is a satanic world. Unfortunately, there's good things. The stocks of power, medical, military, we should use it to work it based on instruction of God and bring in righteousness and represent truth. And to bring, to make it work to the human side. Unlike now, all this power is working for Satan. Satan is, so when you go to talk about human right, democracy, equality, at the end there will be collapses. Economy, they all need to be one group against Islam. Now, what do you mean by Islam? I have explained in my video. Is there a bad Muslim? There is bad human being and good human being. Islam is a faith, a religion. God, people. You're an atheist? Fine, the Holy Land is not for them to establish. You're an atheist? Mohammed bin Salman is doing something. Okay, why don't you talk? Why don't we talk if you have a conscience about the Ismaili people, right? Iran? Why it's called Persian Gulf? I don't need to talk. Iraq? Please study the case of Iraq. India? What is the meaning of Hinduism? And what is this border of India? This is a British border. Look, Modi, one nation, one constitution. No, it should be many nations. Indians are not one nation, by the way. But now the so-called Hindus are together because the enemy is obvious. Give the so-called Christian and Sikh some chances. Now we focus on Islam. Because the whole world, Islam 200 million, Kashmir, Shitty, not gone to shitty. Namaste. Shitty, nasty. Nasty shitty. Hotel, hotel, Taliban. Focus Taliban. Go focus Taliban. Muslim, dirty lady, culture, Taliban focus. Taliban, Al Qaeda, Taliban focus. Muslim, Iraq, 30%. You know what? Maybe you need to approach me and offer me what you got. Unless if you want to hunt me, there's no need. There will be sequences. Do you remember Joker? The man is dead, yeah. There's a crane. You want to be like Joker? I can make you one. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it without... See, there is things I didn't say about Wahhabist, Hijaz, toilet places, destroying the houses of the wife of Muhammad Khalifat, and the term destroying Islam, and then Muhammad bin Salman catching the Muslim scholars, Wahhabist. There is things, if I say it, wallah, and I swear, and I need to close. If I say it to you now, guess who's gonna use it? And the other way around, against our rights. The Saudi regimes, and it's a lies. So I'm not going to say it. Honestly, the conclusion is not there. All this is an introduction. The conclusion is not yet. I see the conclusion, and I cannot say it. Because if you say it, the motherfucker going to use it. Who you mean by the motherfuckers? The Saudi regime and the allies of the Saudi regime who work against the Shmailing people, nation, natives, interest. So what's the solution? The solution is to do something that the people won't see. I'm gonna do something now. I'm gonna go somewhere very far away from the city, and I'm gonna do my dance. And I'm gonna bring something horrible to you. At the end, what I say in the video is the truth. Please be knowledgeable and smart. And the conclusion is not there, honestly. You are behind it. Because you warned me, said they'll use it. Seriously, let's hear it. They'll use it. I'm not gonna say it. So why did I upload how many? It's 1 hour. I don't want to put it on YouTube. What do you think? I don't want to put it on YouTube. Excuse me, I'll bother off. I don't want to put it on the YouTube. I think about it. I might not put it. What is the day today? Today is Tuesday. I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow morning. And I'll see. Tomorrow morning, yes. And I'll see if I like it, or maybe afternoon or tomorrow. If I like it, I'll upload it. Do I need to upload it? What should I do in the name? Understanding Saudi Arabian Wahhabis, and who's ruining Islam.